Guys, welcome to this episode, and we're on episode 2 already of what we're now calling the Legacy Prep. And I think that speaks volumes in what I'm trying to say. So obviously we've already done episode 1 of the 2025 Olympia Prep, but we've said that 1,000 times, 24, 23, 22, 21, all the way back down to 2015, the first one. And I just feel like this one's different because, and I know we say this every year, this one means the most, but this does because this solidifies, I feel, my name in men's physique as going down as one of the greatest ever. And the reason I say that is, although my accolades, and I'm number 1 in the world at the minute, I'm still not regarded, and it kills me, I'm not gonna lie, I'll be honest with you, I'm still not regarded as the best ever. In somebody's eyes, and in my die-hard fans, they call me the greatest ever, but in forums and generally speaking, I'm up there, but you've still got the likes of Brandon Hendrickson, who's got 3 times Mr. Olympia, and you've got Jeremy Buendia, who's got 4 times. On paper, if you look at it, Brandon, I think, has 2 Arnold Classic champion wins and 3 Olympias. I've got 2 Olympia wins, 3 Arnold Classic titles. So we're kind of there. We've both got New York Pro wins. I've got Pittsburgh Pro win. You know what I mean? We're thereabouts. So for me, this would solidify me up there, taking over Brandon's status and aiming for what could be Jeremy's, who is 4 times Mr. Olympia, and that is typically what I'm trying to do. So for me, legacy, if you think of this prep in one word, for me it's legacy, is setting my legacy, and I'm excited for it. Obviously we are just under 15 weeks out. The time this comes out will be under 15 weeks out. Prep started really well, I'm not gonna lie. Coming off the back of the holiday, I was a bit nervous because I didn't have an appetite. I wasn't in peak physique where I needed to be, i.e. fluffy, big, heaviest weight I could be. So I knew I had to climb back up in order to come back down, be as full as a house. And the moment prep started, that switch has flicked and everything's in place now. So I'm getting my 6 meals in, most amount of calories I had all year. The body's filled back up. So I think when I weighed in last time, we was around the 215 to 218. We're now up to 223. So we're right back up to where I want to be. Training's going well because of the extra calories. Body's responding well. And we've got that nice body composition. Still fluffy, still not where we need to be. We've got a long way to go. So we're in a good spot weight-wise. So we're about 20 pounds over stage weight with 15 weeks to go. So just over £1 a week would suffice, would be good. And then obviously when you go into peak week, we can drop water for those extra pounds. So that's kind of how I work in previous preps, and it's always worked well for me. I'm quite basic in how I approach things, but I still monitor in a way where we're dropping nice consistently over the 15 weeks.
Does that legacy prep in your mind, does that help with every training session as well? Because I know that when we were in the gym last, I know Josh said that, didn't he?
Yeah.
And I could almost see the fucking extra oomph.
Yeah, that's why I want to call it legacy prep, because repeating what Ads just said there, where Josh said it halfway through the session when I was struggling, I was about to give up on this set, and he shouted at me about being a legacy prep and what you're doing it for, and it really did fire me up, and it just touched a nerve. So I thought, right, if that can do that just by saying it, then let's really home in on it, lock it in, lock those words in, and go hard for the next 15 weeks. So definitely feel like it's helped. It just clicked, like I say, it just felt that's definitely what this is. My son is of an age now, we've talked about it before, but he knows what I'm doing. He's obsessed with gold medals now. He wears my Olympia gold medal quite a lot around the house, and he wants to see another one, and I'm definitely going to be giving him that. So a question I'm going to touch on now, and again, it's still early days, so there's not much input I can give on it, but I do feel like it needs a bit of an update, because I do get this question asked a lot. So how's the stem cell treatment going? Was it worth it? Have you seen any benefits to it? If I'm honest, we haven't seen a drastic change just yet. I still have the same injuries before. I don't know if I was expecting everything to be overnight fixed and I'll be a bionic again. That's just not the case. Obviously, they say it takes 8 weeks for the stem cells to die off in the body, for my stem cells to start regenerating and working on their own, you know what I mean, relearning with the new stem cells. We are, so end of February, so say 1st of March, so we are 9 weeks post, so it's still very early days. There's certain parts where I don't know if it's down to the stem cell, whether it's down to the shift in mentality and training, like the lower back for instance, that's niggling me a little bit, I'm not gonna lie, which I haven't had problems for years. Don't think it's stem cell, I think it is more the vigorous training and the intensity, but other than that I can't really say anymore. I want to be able to say amazing, life-changing, awesome, but it's not been detrimental either. So we're on the fence with it at the minute. We're still, like I say, early days. 6 months to a year, they're saying that's when you're really going to see the change and the difference. So let's put a pin in it, and we'll talk about it more closer down the line. And to be honest with you, we're in prep now, so nothing else matters. So I can't be doing my rehab as much or backing off sets or that mentality anymore, where I have been for the last few weeks. I've been very cautious and keep an eye on things, whereas now I'm like, we've got an Olympia title to win. And if that's a silly attitude to have, I don't know, but that's how I work. And now we're in prep, nothing else matters. Guys, as you can see, we are here in a new gym. This is Hale Country Club. You've probably seen some of the videos that I've been here before. So My Protein own this. So we're very lucky and fortunate enough to be able to come here and use the facility whenever I'm in Manchester, Hale way. Today we have biceps, triceps, abdominals. Typically it's leg day, but we're having a bit of a back off. We're going to train legs a bit later on in the week, and we're going to hit these today. We're going to give you a bit of a physique update as well. 15 weeks out at 223 pounds. Let's go. Ooh.
New environment?
Yeah, it's new environment, bit posher than RT Fit, quite nice. Typically, I never wear a vest either. This is the first time I'm trying this prep to show a bit of skin, because I like to cover up totally. Hoodies, that sort of thing, but we're at like 35 degrees heat wave in the UK. So I'm like at one with it, showing my arms off.
You man, what's that going to be?
Yeah, I'm struggling, I'm not gonna lie. State of this as well. Could be combing over soon. Put a poll out there about growing my beard, and it was a landslide, won by a landslide at 80%. Everyone wanted me to grow my beard. So we're about 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks in. It's growing. I can't stand it if I'm honest, but we'll see how long I can last for. I'm definitely have bigger arms this year, I've decided. Triceps are really hanging off me. That's the goal, yeah. I'm putting everything into my arms like I did with my back. So, yeah. I even did a little bit of triceps yesterday, I'm still doing it today.
Do you train with the thought of somebody else in mind, or is it because it's the body part you want to bring up personally, or is it more of a competition requirement?
Both what you've said is the right answer. So I want to improve my physique for me, but also you need to be your own worst critique. As a bodybuilder, it's all right when people are blowing smoke up your arse, but when you get on stage, you need to be the one who's realistic. Where are my flaws and how do I improve my flaws? Everyone's chasing that perfect physique, and if you're being judged on every part of you, you need to try and bring them up and improve. So for me, I know my arms aren't as good or as big as some of the 3D guys like Brandon Hendrickson, like Jeremy Buendia, people like that who stand in certain positions. They only have the tensor arms and they've got it, that separation between the tricep, the bicep. I have to really work my poses to get them to show, to get them to separate. So I just want to know every year I'm making those improvements. Always great to get feedback from the judges as well, because if they can see it and you possibly miss something, you're then going to improve two ways, through their eyes and through your eyes.
Hey, what up, say?
Waist trainer, is it in or is it not?
I'm really undecided, if I'm honest. It'd be great to hear your feedback. So put in the comments below if you've used them, if you see a benefit to them, any science-based facts, fire them away, because I'm really torn, because I've never used one, never wore belts when I'm training, anything like that. And obviously I've won 2 Olympias from that. I used to have back problems when I was younger. I don't now, and I'm making every single part of me work. Whereas when I'm wearing the waist trainer and the belt, I feel like it's supporting me too much, to the point where I'm not using my core stability anymore, because I've got everything strapped up. And even when I'm walking in the morning with a waist trainer, my lower back cramping up. So whether that's a good thing that it's trying to correct my posture or something, I don't know, but I just keep thinking, well, why change something what's not broken? Yes, I haven't got the smallest waist on stage, but if it's going to create an injury, because my back does feel a bit like glass at the minute, weak, and I'm thinking, is that because I'm relying so heavily on straps now through my midsection? Is it not performing as well as it used to? So again, I'm second guessing everything, but as it stands, I've got no waist trainer on. So that's the way I'm leaning to. Let me know your thoughts.
This that shit to make them all go down.
me. Now I got bread, they all want some.
One word to describe bodybuilding is consistency. Most bodybuilders want to be in the same kitchen cooking the food, get the food from the same supplier, train in the exact same gym using the same weights, everything like that. It's consistency and it's just turning up every day. So when you come to a different environment, you're looking for things what you wouldn't typically look for because you know exactly where it is in your gym. You know how a bar feels in your hands. So many moving factors. And I know that sounds really pathetic, but when you're at a certain level, all this makes a difference. That's how most bodybuilders think. I think it's a bit of a cop-out. I'm just going to say it because that mindset should always switch no matter what environment you're in. Nothing else matters other than your next set, putting the intensity into every set, every rep, and making sure when you step off the gym floor, that day can be fully ticked. It's not a half tick, there's not a meal been missed, everything is on point. So there's no excuses really. A lot of bodybuilders won't travel on prep. The latter part of my career, so the last couple of preps, I've shut it down, say 8 weeks out, 10 weeks out. Previous preps, I was a yes man, said yes to everything, went away, and it does make it harder. I'm not gonna lie, still doable, but it does make it harder.
I'm from me, showing like pros, man. I told them that it's money, and I own my own bars, just like it's always sunny. Ugh, thought she said.
My gym OCD is going overload. Look at the state. I can't stand it. One good thing about RT Fit, just put it out there, bit of self-promotion. The gym is immaculate. You never have to ask any of the members. Put their weights back. They always re-rack every single machine on the tree stacks. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And I think you take it for granted because that's the norm now. You expect it everywhere. And even in a beautiful place like this with high clientele, should we say. Would you do this at home?
Why do you not just blast your arms, then blast something else?
I am blasting my arms.
Okay, blast your tries, then blast your buys. Why are you always switching?
So what Az is trying to do is trying to ask, why do I alternate bicep, tricep, bicep, tricep? And I don't always do that, to be fair. If you followed me for the last 15 years, something like that, I don't know. I'm very sporadic in how I train, so I kind of just make it up as I go along. There's structure to it, so I'll always be doing 3 to 4 bicep exercise, 3 to 4 tricep. But I typically go one or the other, or all bicep, all tricep. Because I'm focusing so much on trying to bring both bicep and tricep up, I'm not starting on one and focusing on that one. I'm trying to give them, I know it sounds that, fair chance. So in my head, complete fallacy, there's no science-based facts behind this, but in my head I'm thinking I'm giving the best part of my session, which is the first 30 minutes, to both, and then the latter part to both. In my head that makes sense. It might be complete shit, but in my head it makes sense, okay?
That's something to me. We were never friends, told them I am not your buddy. Now they all call, I got some buzz like honey. Then they check the Spotify and they looking at me funny. I don't blame you, dog, that's how this shit goes. Same two paths, we just pick different roads.
That is so much harder. Fat grip spinning.
So here's one for you then. Fat grips versus normal.
There's science-based evidence that fat grips isolate the muscle part, the intended muscle part better, more focus, improves your grip strength. I personally don't like it. I feel like I get more out of a movement when the bar's thin, to fully grip it. Make sure my wrist is not cocked at any time, it's always locked in the straight position to keep it away from the forearm into the bicep, but I'm just not a big fan of it. It might be because I'm not any good at it, I don't know. I like the small bar gripping. So arms are done, we're now moving on to midsection, starting with my favourite exercise. It's the least favourite exercise to do. I feel like it's the most effective when hitting midsection. So hanging leg raise, we're going to do front and both sides. Then we're going to hit wood chops for obliques. We're going to hit weighted ab crunches for upper and lower abdominals. And that should do for today.
Glue on the safe, I just stuck to the code. Now they tell me that I'm driven, bro, I already drove. So diverse, got too many flows. Checks coming in, got too many O's. Remember in the past, had too many lows.
Oh, nice. Right, so biceps, triceps, abdominals done. Let's go and see where we're at 15 weeks out from the Olympia. Right, so this is something I do not feel comfortable with doing, but we're doing it this prep, we're accountable, we're doing it every step of the way. 223 pounds fasted in the morning. That's my cutoff now. We spoke previously about me being too low and I needed to fill back up. That was nearly 10 days since we spoke about that. So we're up to where we want to be, 223, and now we're going to start descent. So from here on out, we should start to see some change coming in but staying full, that sort of thing. Right guys, so this is what 223 looks like. Abs are a bit swollen just because I've trained them. But it's coming in. Obviously I've still got a long way to go, a hell of a long way to go. Still got 20 odd pounds to come off, and it all comes off here for me, especially on the lower back. Don't judge me on that posing, because I haven't posed since the Olympia, and that is terrible. I could feel it, but we've still got time. Yeah, legs are coming in. So we did come down here to weigh in, purely on a visual aspect for you guys, because I've already weighed in fasted this morning. Like, we're midday now, so it wasn't going to be a true weigh-in, but the scales have gone missing anyway, so maybe it's a blessing in disguise. But like I say, we're 223 fasted, nice position we're in. As you can see, fluffy and full. That's where we need to be at. How far out we are? 15 weeks out. So all good, all happy, mentally, physically, all in a good spot. We've just got to stay in my lane, keep focusing on the improvements we need to make. Yeah, 15 weeks will fly by. Thank you for watching this video, really appreciate it. Again, comment below whatever you want to see next. There's some exciting things coming. I've had a lot of meetings today with My Protein, how they can get more involved in this prep, which I think is going to be exciting. Gymshark, there's a lot of things going off, so stay tuned. Comment below what you want to see. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video.